game against Dallas, a game they were way up and then held on at the end. Underneath, they had a man to the popcorn machine, and a foul's going to be underneath.
Yeah, Luke Kennard, it almost looked like a travel, but he used the kind of decel move that a lot of the players in the league use now. Got chased off the three-point line, got into the lane, and kind of slowed himself down on the one step and got Mark Williams into the air.
Well, no rebounds, no rings. That goes all the way back to Pat Riley, all the way back to and his mentor with the Lakers during that time. And the rebounds right now are 25-9. Phoenix over the Lakers, although it's a 2-point Laker lead. All right, don't miss the purple and gold in action and in person. The best place to get 100% verified game tickets all season long and into the playoffs is Lakers Ticket Exchange. It's the official resale marketplace for your Lakers. Lock in your seats right now at Lakers.com/ticket exchange. Final game of the regular season right here on Sunday at 5:30 against Utah. More on Luke Kennard and Michael.
Yeah, so the games since Reeves and Doncic out, right, more point guard or on the ball play for Kennard. 28 assists to 4 turnovers, and that's the biggest reason why. He said he thinks it's basketball IQ. You know, Fish, he really just understands the game. He knows angles, he knows when to attack and when not to. And you even saw that on that last play, right, going down, getting Mark Williams to bite in the fake. He's just a smart, heady basketball player.
Well, I know Big Gang gonna be upset with me for talking good about a Duke basketball player, but Luke Kennard is a very well-rounded player. And oftentimes,
On cue, I was thinking that one rattled in and out, heartbreak.
yeah, like most of these players in the league are asked to play a role that does not necessarily align with what they're fully capable of doing. And the best teams in the world, tons of Lakers teams, like those teams are full of guys that play roles great, but are also much more than that role that they play that leads to championships. And Luke Kennard is one of those type of guys.
And Fish, during that last exchange, 4th foul now on Dillon Brooks. He's got 6. I think he's dead set on using all of them here tonight.
Possibly in the first half.
It might be. Good opportunity, a good chance for that. Here's Rui, that would have counted. He'll march to the free throw line. So the Lakers, again, they only shot 8 free throws last night in the 119-103 win up in San Francisco. They've already shot 12 here this evening. By the way, and that's a technical foul on Amir Coffey. Our officials tonight, Marat Kugat, Kevin Cutler, and the crew chief is Kevin Scott. And Luke will shoot the technical foul. Lakers as a team shooting free throws this year. They're actually in the bottom 5. Phoenix is right in the middle of the pack. Good look at Rui. Had a season high in steals last night. Last 5 starts averaging about 15.5 points and shooting 56% from three-point range. He is solidly in the top 10 in three-point percentage this year.
Yeah, Rui's smooth and efficient with his offense. And, you know, there are nights where Rui doesn't get a lot of volume or opportunity to shoot the basketball. But again, you talk about great role players. I mean, Rui reminds me of Rick Fox. He reminds me of Robert Horry. He reminds me of Luke Walsh and Trevor Ariza, guys that like were capable of doing much more than they were allowed to do, but played the role that was best for the team.
Yeah, he's well over 100 threes this year. I think he's going to fall just short of being the number 2 man three-point shooting to Austin Reeves. Luka, of course, is number 1 all the way with the shot clock winding down. They tap it, and it's going to be controlled by the Lakers. Still more offensive rebounds for Phoenix than total rebounds for the Lakers. 3.5 to play. Then we're sending it to the studio in El Segundo at halftime for highlights, analysis, and the news from around the league. Again, every team in action tonight. Some wild races, especially in the East for the play-in tournament. That one's going to come up just short. Oh, and the Lakers now do get an offensive rebound. Tapped by Kennard. Almost went in and then tapped in by Ayton.
Yeah, just sticking with it. I mean, the Lakers doing a good job, just being active, flipping those second chance points around, and giving the Suns a little bit of
play underway again, 50-42. Working up towards the 3-minute mark here in half number 1. 3 Lakers in double digits. That one is thrown out. Look out, first row. Hey, by the way, we were talking about your coaching experience. Of course, you had WNBA experience also. How many different coaching jobs, including the one you have right now, have you had since you hung it up playing?
5 maybe. The Knicks, Sparks. I coached 8th grade boys middle school. I coached 16-week girls club team.
Like it.
And now I'm coaching high school boys.
That is a great, all different.
Yes.
Yeah, all
seen
levels.
it all, heard it all.
That's a wonderful way to help everybody learn the game of basketball. Is Brooks, again, operating with 4 fouls, hits that 16-footer.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting like that. He's on the floor with the 4 fouls. And even the way Jordan Ott is using his timeouts, only 3 remaining for the entire game. And so I don't know if the Suns are planning to kind of try to win the first half and then Brooks isn't going to play as much in the second half. Like playing with 4 fouls against the Lakers, knowing you got to match up with LeBron and the size.
I mean, you don't know what teams are doing here in the last weekend. You really don't. Like, they're resting, maintenance here, there, not wanting to win because they like a different matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of intrigue here in the last two games.
And to some degree, I mean, you saw Grayson Allen leave the court coming into the game with a bit of a quad contusion, and then now he has to leave the game. So you kind of understand why teams are trying to figure out how do we go into the playoffs as healthy as we possibly can.
Vando going to set up for a 3. Comes up short. It's taken by Amir Coffey. 147 on the attack.
Speaking of the speaking of the W, Amir Coffey has a sister. Her name is Nia Coffey. Plays in the WNBA. They're both left-handed. They're both great people.
And underneath, it's put up and of course, I think it's the anniversary year? Or was it 30 of the WNBA?
Yes.
Yeah, so we celebrate 30 years. And the players are wearing shirts in honor of that. LeBron goes hard to the rim and lays it up. Of course, equally adept at the left with the right when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, LeBron is, he's essentially left-handed, but he does so many things well with both hands, and it makes the game really, really smooth for him, regardless of what direction he's going on the floor.
Yeah, a little shake and bake for LaRavia after the 10th Phoenix turnover. Lakers lead 53-46. Again, they were up by double digits, up by 16 at one point early if you joined us late. LeBron through the legs. LeBron isolated. LeBron, there's that little follow away at the base, and it's good again. Nothing but net.
Took his time, got to a spot on the floor, and even though Mark Williams has great length, once the great scorers get to certain spots on the floor, it doesn't matter what the defense can do.
How about 20 in the first half for LeBron James? Now three-point country now trying to drive. Coffee, kick it. They are really scrambling. Did they bail him out? They might have bailed him out. Boy, they're going to look to see if the buzzer had sounded. I don't think it had, or maybe it did.
Yep, it'll be close.
I think that is going to be a foul.
Fouls under further review to see if it occurred prior to the expiration of the shot clock.
They're going to look, though.
Yeah, it'll be close. I mean, that's where Vando just has to stay on the floor. Like, he already has the size and length advantage on Bouye. No reason to jump in that situation and put yourself at risk.
And there's the foul. Ooh, gosh, that's close. So they will huddle. Luke Kennard is sneaking a peek over there, trying to see what the result may be. It's a good end of the half, though, for the Lakers. Remember, they were behind just a little bit ago. 55-46. Lakers shooting 50%, 38% from 3, 87% free throws.
After review, the replay official confirms the illegal contact occurred with .2 on the shot clock. There'll be 2 shots.
There's your result. Again, Phoenix has not missed a free throw, but they've only shot 5. Again, they are locked into the 7th, and they will play either the Clippers or Portland, and they will host, and it's already scheduled for Tuesday night. They will be at OKC, by the way, on Sunday.
Yeah, I think when I last checked the score, the Blazers were winning that game against the Clippers tonight, and I think the Blazers have the tiebreaker. And so It looks like the Blazers will end up in 8 and the Clippers will end up in 9.
You know what? The Blazers have had some impressive wins this year. It's come sometimes out of nowhere, but you know, they have the ability to come up and surprise. I don't know how things are going to work in a 7-game series for them against some of the top seeds, but certainly in any one-game situation, they've proven to be dangerous. Kennard, right at the logo. And Fish shot clock about 5 ahead of the game.
Yeah, this is where the Lakers, it's about the quality of shot, not necessarily the type of shot.
And LeBron is in very deep. He scored from there a moment ago, and he does it again. He's 8 for 10, 22 points. What a half for Bron. With 2, with 1 at the buzzer. And a great way to end the quarter for the Lakers.